Over to you, Prasanna.
Thank you. Thank you, Lavanya. Let's dwell into our thinking on destiny chapters. Before we go there, let us meditate on the possible consciousness for a few minutes and then we can start. Okay? So let's take a deep breath. Please sit in a meditative posture. Cross your legs, clasp your hands, and close your eyes. Take a slow, deep breath. Gently exhale. Again, breathe in and release. Let your body settle. Let your mind soften. Bring your attention to your physical body. Feel your hands, feel your feet, feel your breath moving naturally. You are aware of your body, but you are not your body because you are the one who are feeling that there is a body. I am the one who is aware of my body. Think that way. Now shift your attention inward. After closing your eyes, shift your attention inward. Observe your thoughts. Observe your feelings, your reactions. There are movements within you. Observe. Who is experiencing these thoughts? I am the doer, experiencing through this body. Now just think of religion. What's a religion? It's not outside. It's not rituals alone. It's not beliefs imposed from outside. True religion, as suggested by Percival, is the journey of the doer, returning to its original awareness. Feel this very deeply inside. My true religion is to know myself. My true religion is to know myself. Let go of all the labels, all identities, all conditioning. Just be in that awareness. Rest all is simple presence. Now, gently bring your awareness to your breath. With each inhale, feel clarity. With each exhale, release confusion. Silently affirm yourself. I seek truth within. I align with my higher knowing. I seek truth within. I align with my higher knowing. I move from belief to realization. I move from belief to realization. Feel strength that is growing within you. Feel your awareness back to your body. Feel your surroundings, your breath, your presence here. Gently move your fingers, your toes. Whenever you are ready, open your eyes with a beautiful smile on your face. Before we go further, let's recap what we learned the third chapter. Then we can move on to the religion part. Go to Lavani.
Thank you, Prasanna. Hello, friends. Namaste. Good morning or good evening, everyone. This is Lavanya Vishwanath from Australia with divine blessings of Dr. Brahmashi Subhash Patriji and Swarnamala Patriji. Let us start our today's session. I would like you to welcome back to the Divine Breath YouTube channel, Australia initiative of Wellness Spiritual Society movement. So it's been already 10 weeks. So we are discussing this book, Thinking and Destiny. Uh, Book written by Harold W. Percival, which is being explained by our very own dear master, Prasanna Medisetti. So in our previous session, Prasanna Garu did talk about accidents. So what if nothing in our life is truly accidental? According to Thinking and Destiny, every event we experience is not random. But it's a result of our own thought, which is expressed over time. And we call this as an accident, but it actually be a pattern of thought coming into a balance, aligning through time, place, and circumstances. This idea is known as law of thought, the principle that thoughts eventually become reality. So instead of blaming life, so what if we choose to learn from this instance? Every situation becomes a teacher, every challenge, it's a chance to restore our balance and grow in consciousness. With this, I would like to welcome Prasanna Garu. Prasanna Garu, over to you. You're on mute, Prasanna Garu.
I think you need to pin my thing, I think.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Okay. Now, this session, we will talk about religion. All of you, I just ask you to listen in an open mind, right? The reason is, whenever I say religion is a belief, the people start fighting. Oh, how can we say that it's a belief? In order to get to that stage, you also need to uh, still, I think it is not. I don't know whether you can check on the YouTube. Okay.
Yeah, I can see you, Prasanna Garu.
Okay. Then it's fine because for me, it's showing your window. Okay. That's fine. Um, so, religion and the personal gods, right? So, if I say religion and the personal gods, so whatever the gods we talk, these are all personal gods, whether you accept it or not. They are not like a universe. Suppose we are actually worshipping Rama or a Krishna or Lord Venkateshwara, and somebody else is worshipping Jesus Christ, and somebody else is worshipping Buddha, somebody else is worshipping Lady Buddha, else is worshipping Allah. So, do you think these are all those are all the different, or they are all same? With this, with the knowledge that we attained, what do you say? Are they different or are they same? They are same. So, which means the names that we have given are a personal names, personal gods, right? So these are incompatible with the idea that our thought is determining the destiny. One side we are saying thought is determining the destiny. One side we are saying if you go to the God will change your fate. So are there not two contradictory things? They are, right. They are two contradictory things. So they do not, because God will not change your destiny. But with the belief, you will change your own destiny. I'll tell you a very small example. Suppose if somebody is taking you to the height and dropping somewhere there, will you get frightened or not? Obviously, you'll get frightened. But if you are just taking a kid and if you are just putting like that and then trying to hold, the kid will frighten? No, she will laugh more. She or he will laugh more because they had a faith that mom or a dad will catch. They will not let them fall. So because of that faith, they are just laughing. Here in the religion, we also have that kind of faith. If you go to Lord Venkateshwara, the Edukundal, and then we prayed and come back, then he will do that. With that faith, you started working. So you are releasing a thought that the thing will be done. Because with that thing, you are releasing a thought you are doing, right? So because of your positive thought, your work is done. Now, did you get why actually the religion is working? Suppose you went and asked the God, but you have a doubt. I don't know. Did I ask too much to the God? Am I eligible? Then your work will not be done because your thought, you are not releasing it. So this is all the religion is a belief system. It's totally a belief system, an emotional support, a kind of the thing, right? So the other day, I don't know, maybe because after entering into this, teaching this book or internalized book for 4 years, somebody asked, when did you know Sai Baba? Because I'm a devotee of Sai Baba. So when did you know? I said, when after my degree, when I am just doing my master's, there is a lot of confusion in me. There is a lot of fears in me because I did not go for the job that I really got good job in the banking and all, and I went for my master's. So everybody is doubting. But at that time, I took a step that I wanted to do my master's. While working, I did it. So at that time, I need some emotional support. That emotional support, because everyone around me, including my parents, are doubting me that I may or may not succeed. But that time, I need some support emotionally. So I went to the Baba. That's where I went to the Baba. That's what I explained. So this is a emotional support. Remember, for all of you also, the God will come to you when you need some kind of a support. We put our things into the Baba. Okay, all the thing, entire thing, I'm just leaving it to you, and then you start working. Then you feel that because when you surrender to something, because instead of surrendering to the universe, you are surrendering to God. Okay. So, but here is the belief is also good. I'm not saying the religion is bad because at least because of that, you you definitely will not get cheated when you put the belief on the God. Definitely you'll get your emotional support. But the problem in the religion doctrines is many of the doctrines, I cannot say the original thing, but they will not encourage. If you go to any guru and if you ask a question, because in my research, I just met so many gurus and all. So if you start questioning, they will not allow you. Keep quiet. First, surrender. If you don't surrender, you will not get it. They'll not encourage you to question. They ask you to put blind belief on it. Belief is good, but not blind belief. There is always a difference. So they will not allow you to go with the logical mind. Shut your logical mind. That's what they say. We just need because when we have that, the human being has that sixth sense of manas. Obviously, we use it, right? So we wanted to, but these religious doctrines, they limit your inquiry of universal laws or a governing life, how it is happening. No, whatever they say, they just say. So God created this, you need to do that. Okay, that's how they say it. But still, why that religion is required? Because between the human beings and there is a universe, there is some belief should be there, that is the God. And human themselves, believing that God, they are able to shape themselves. They want to gain some comfort. They want to seek some protection. So religion is a psychological or emotional and emotional support rather than pure truth. Every one of us started from there and we all need it. There is no, but stopping there is a problem. Stopping there is a problem. You have to question, you have to come, right? Religion is also the part of the human evolution, right? The religion person indicates there is a level of inner development. A religion is also a person inner development. Religion is not completely absolute. It evolves with consciousness. Suppose originally, right? Because in the beginning, so they worship with different gods. Then later, our grandparents said they worship different gods, and we are worshipping different gods, and our kids may worship different gods. It is also changing, if you see, right? In when I'm a kid, like 3-4 years old, I noticed every village has a Ramalaya. Sri Ram, Ramalaya is there. Now, if you see, every place has a Baba temple. Did you notice that, the change? Because those days everybody worshipped Rama, and Rama has become that Ekapatni Vratam, and also he listened to the father. So those are the qualities that everybody has to. So he became like a kind of a role model for the human being. So everybody. Now the Baba, because many believe Baba, if you go and ask, then he will give. Because our wish list is becoming, right? So Baba will say, I will try to give as much as you ask, but I will also make sure that you will ask what I want to give. So so now the trend, in a trend kind of thing, right? So here elements such as like the commands of the god, or the worshipping methods, and punishment, fear of punishment is changing along with the human thing. So this is depends upon the individual awareness. Suppose some worship Baba because they want the things to, they want their wishes to be fulfilled. Some worship Krishna because they wanted to go to that consciousness through Bhakti Marga. Okay. Some worship Buddha because they know, they like that Buddha teachings and all. So it all depends upon your individual consciousness. You go and worship it. But in the beginning, what are those gods actually? Beginning in when it comes, what are the things that evolved first? When there is a nothing, when there is a nothing means nothing in this world. So what are the first thing that it is formed? Can anybody tell now? What is the first thing that it is formed? Even before humans come, before anything comes. By this we must be able to tell. Lavanya, you're saying something, but mute. Water? No. But after this class, we all need to remember this. Okay. First to see everything, all the particles. Let us take some atoms or whatever. They're all there in an empty space. Right? So they started, when they started going rounds, something like that. So when everything was becoming round, what will happen? All the particles together, it will come and make a big round, isn't it? That big round, big globe is nothing but our consciousness, but entire thing is consciousness. Those round, the atoms and all, everything is the consciousness. But the first thing that it is formed is our akasa, sky. So the entire thing, that is the first thing that it has formed. From there, the air started. Because all these things are still going. When there are too many things, even hands, if I'm moving, the air will come. Did you notice? The air will come. So the air started. So when I'm rubbing against, what will happen? What will come?
Friction sound.
Friction sound from there. What is the next
Fire.
element that it comes?
Fire.
Fire comes. fire comes. From fire, water came. From water, earth came. So these Panchabhutas are the one first it formed. Okay, that too in this order. When there's nothing, all the particles were started rounding. So this is an evolution that we have to remember. Okay. So the human body also made up of with all the anything if you take a rose, the color comes from fire, fire element. Always the colors are from the fire element. Okay. And whatever that dense part is this earth element. It is not having so much dense, it is very light, right? So the air part is dominating it more. Not air part is there, and more than air part, the color, the fire part is dominating because the colorful you can see. And there is a watery part also there. If you take like this, you can see that water also. If you take the rose petal and do like this, you can see the water. So not only we, everything was formed out of this Panchabhutas only. Everything. Take anything. Take these glasses. It has a most of the earth quality. Take this cup. If I take, it is a most earth quality. That is why if you put it, it won't go anywhere. So everything, every element, everything in this world that you are seeing is nothing but Panchabhutas. In some, one is dominant, in some, the other is dominant. In our body, what is the dominant factor?
Water.
Water. 70% of the body is containing the water, right? So water is dominant factor. Next one, earth. That is why we are so dense and we are sitting on the thing. Then air, fire, and all those things. Suppose in the meditation also, some people say that I could see so many visions, and some people say, oh my God, I didn't see any visions. It doesn't mean that they are one is a great over the other. Some people had the sun as a dominating, fire dominating. They could see visions. Some people has air dominating. They go like a skating, figure skating, that kind of thing, right? In the air. So those kind of the things they will go. Suppose some people are water dominant. They go in swimming, that kind of water sports. So each person is a different, basically different, depending on which element that you are dominating, you will go that way. Okay. So these are so initially, because everything is formed with these Panchabhutas, these are the gods initially. If you go to the Mayan culture or the different culture, the old world culture, you will see the sun god, fire god, air god, water god, earth god. Especially when I go to South America, I saw all in Peru, I saw temples for all these things. Air, fire, sun god. We see sun god also now also, right? Sun god, moon gods, kind of thing. So because these are the nature things, these are the nature gods first. Okay. Or similarly, I can say, I'm just to extension to that. So initially, when the forming, only the trees started. The life started with the trees. After all the thing, the tree has only one sense, that is touch. Touch sense. Tree has a touch sense. It started with a touch sense. Then started with the some water things, fish and all those things, right? So they have a another sense called hearing. They have a hearing sense too. Okay. Then they went to the animals. They have a tasting smells too. Animals, the birds and all. Then some of the animals, the later developed animals, they have a smell sense too. Like that, there are the five senses were started, and then human beings started. They have a sixth sense called thinking, manas. That sixth sense is also started with the for the other. So these are all. This is how from the nature units. Seeing is came from sun. Okay. Hearing is came from I think air. something like that. Okay, I will just say smelling came from the one sense, tasting is came from the other things. Okay, so these are all the link. These are all the links between the nature and the doer. Okay, so if we have the smelling, nose, and hearing these things, these are all what? These are all messengers from nature to you. From nature to God, they say, but you are not accepting you are a God. If you accept it as a God, from nature to God, these are all messengers. Okay, these are all agents. So the doer in the inner conscious entity is a human being. So it experiences the life. So it means that consciousness is experiencing the life through these senses. It is experiencing. I'm able to see a beautiful rose through my eyes. I'm able to hear a nice song through my ears. I'm able to taste a delicious dish with my tongue. Right? So I'm able to smell jasmine flower with my nose. So these are all, I'm experiencing this world through these senses. That is why we are pulling towards the nature. Senses are influencing the doer, because once you started tasting, you like gulab jam and somebody gave gulab jam and you tasted, wow, then you want to have one more thing. Your feeling started asking for one more. That is why you are pulled into the nature. And from there, emotion started. Because I like gulab jam today, Lavanya got me a gulab jam. I said, Lavanya, it was super nice. I like it. Next time she got again the gulab jam because Prasanna likes it, let me get. Then I started developing a love, like emotion started. Liking, from there, emotion. Then three times she got it. Fourth time when she got it, I started expecting. A desire started. Suppose she didn't bring it, then I started hating. See how actually the emotions were started, right? Longing. Oh, I want to eat it. That kind of longing. This is how all our emotions start. Suppose whenever she gives me, if I enjoy it, forget it. I didn't say anything. Enjoy it, forget it. If I say 10 times, then even if our kids say 10 times, then you'll try to think, oh, my son likes it, my daughter likes it. How many times we thought, right? So the origin of worships here, it started their origin, when it would have started, like I gave my own example, right? When did I started going to the temple or Baba or whatever? Because there is a fear within me. Everybody is doubting. And I am taking this decision. I had a fear. What if I fail? How the society will look, how parents will look at me. So there's a fear. This fear forces you to go and worship, to go and seek comfort somewhere, seek some reassurance somewhere. So that is where, when you need that inner security, you are depending on external influence. Right? That's how we all started worshipping. Religion formed. So then the religion formed. Then if I go to the Baba temple, if some priest said, oh, you do this, this will happen. You do that, this will happen. You believe it because you are in that vulnerable position. You are in the fearful position. So religion is not actual truth. If you go, even if you take, right, that's what I don't know about the Ramayana, when it was written, whether it was really happened or not. I don't question all that. 100 years back, Sai Baba came. And you may say that why you are taking that example, we won't believe him as a god. I don't have any objection for your thought, because it is all, as I told you, it is only the emotional support. You may seek somewhere and I may seek somewhere. In that book, he will write all the stories. There won't be anything. But if you take now a book, if you open the book first page itself, you need to do this in 7 days. You need to do with the yellow flowers only. You need to do this. You need to put yellow cloth on. So many rules. Who made all those rules? Inside, in the essence of the book, it is not there. But you are because this is where the religion started. You do this, you do this, you do this. Because you are vulnerable, you started doing that. Because this religion is trying to encash or your fears, your desires, and your level of awareness. You are not in a situation that I am the God. You are not in situation, if somebody says that you are the God, you have that powerful, nobody will believe, right? Because you are in that fear. So they are trying to do that. So religion is not a truth, any religion. It is the stage in the human evolution. We need that. It is a stage in the human evolution, because the senses connect to the nature and influence the self. So this worshipping will arises when you are fearing, when you are longing, when you need the external protection. Okay. True understanding is your thought is the one that it is actually creating. Your thought, your nature, the inner doer, whatever it is doing, right? That is the one. Then why human worship the personal forms? Because I am in the human form. If God is also in the human form, I feel comfort. That is why we want to have some kind of a God. Okay, so all these people, then again you say Rabba Maharshi, Baba, Patriji, all these people came, right? So do you say that they are not the godly nature? No, they are not. They are self-realized persons. They realized and they came here to tell you that you are also that God. You have that kind of power. Even Rama, he came to this life and he's trying to show that this much we can do it. This is the way of life. But we are just framing and putting in the God and putting this thing. If you are really love Rama, you should become like a Rama. If you really like Baba, you should become like a Baba. Adapt all the qualities. That's how we have to. So it is not that, but without the thing, we are just putting them as a God thing, and we are trying. These are all the abstract forces of like power, intelligence, personal gods. These are all abstract things. A relation between the humans and this became it started forming the religion. If I believe one, that is the one religion. If I believe Buddha, then it will become the another religion. In 100 years later, we may wipe off all these religions. We may see some other religions. You never know. Okay, creation and dependency of the nature gods. Nature gods, depending on the human thought for their existence. Why the nature gods? Because here he is saying the gods are depending on the human thought. As long as human thought you have that, then only these gods are sustained. If you remove that God concept in your thought, they will not be existing. I'll give an example. In olden days, if you take in your own village, you may have Tirunalamma, Tirupatamma, Veeramma, some goddess things. You must have that. But now you are not actually seeing that because people stopped worshipping them. In the sense, people stopped putting their thoughts in that, so they disappear. That's all. It is not that the gods are not there or gods are there that time, now it is not. So it's only the thought. If you keep your thought, even here he says, suppose you may ask, oh, if you are saying that the God is not there, then if I go to the Edukondal, that Lord Venkateshwara, my things are getting over. I see him, he is so powerful. I see when I meditate also, I see so much energy is there. Yes, energy is there. Why, there are lakhs and lakhs of people are going with the positive thoughts. And you are keeping your thought over there. When those many people are keeping the positive thought at one place, it is becoming a big positive thought. When you are going and keeping that, oh, I came here, now my work will be done, you are also putting your positive thought. So with your positive thought, there are lakhs of people positive thought were added to your thought. Okay. So this is all I can say this is all kind of a magnetic field, right? You have some kind of field and that there is a magnetic field, it is getting attracted. With that magnetic field, you are coming back and you are working. So with that positiveness, you are working, so your work will be done. This is how the things are happening. Again, how the magnetic field work, I'll say, there is a gobi Manchuria is there. It smells like kind of a, what do you say, a spicy, that kind of thing, right? Tangy, spicy kind of thing. So that smell is there. And you bought a strong seasoned jasmine. You kept beside it. After a while, this jasmine may smell like gobi Manchuria. This gobi Manchuria may smell like jasmine. Isn't it? Because this magnetic field went to this magnetic field went to this. It's the same as here also. You're going on there with such a positive, big positive magnet. So when you go to that magnet, you will automatically attract, right? So that is what is happening. So with this demand, they are establishing some rituals, ceremonies, temples, symbols. So many things are happening. So gods again here they are not independent. They are dependent on your energy. They're energized by human consciousness. Because so many people are putting their energy there, that's how the gods are becoming powerful. Worshipping involves symbols, rituals. Suppose previously, oh, you have to go and give that life of an animal, life of a chicken or something. So now you understood that that is not the thing, then you stopped it. So those days they believed that only, right? If you give, then only it will happen. So worship. So these are all the rituals, ceremonies, dance, some kind of the things. So here main symbolic thing, procreation of the life, food for sustenance, and punishment with the fear. So does we require all these things? Yet to some extent this religion is required. Without that, this entire world will become kiosk. If you don't have that kind of a fear, the God will punish, everybody will do all kinds of the things. That fear is also required. When you don't understand that you are the God and you have to behave like a God, at least be fearful of that God. At least the society will be in order. Okay, that is also required. So here the symbols means for the male god they kept like sun, fire, candle. So these are all the symbols. Bull, goat, serpent, these are all male gods symbols. Female gods, earth, Bhumata we say. Right? Moon, water, these are all for the female gods. Forms like cow, Gomata we say. Cat, woman with a child, these are all the female consciousness gods. So these are all because female consciousness is like creative energy. Feminine energy is a creative forces of the nature. Okay. So there are sacred geometry symbols also. They're like a star, cross, all the symbols also they started putting for the different religions. So here the cross is nothing but union and conjunction of feminine and masculine energies, basically. It's a combination, okay, interaction between the male and female. So nature gods, there is a no independent feelings or a desires for the gods actually. So they don't have any independent feelings because whatever you feelings you give, whatever the energy you give, they are having it. Okay, acts as a imagine our Venkateswara Swami photo itself will have a lot of designs with the gold and all. But when does the gold element was invented? Really, when the Venkateshwara is there, did he wear all those things? No, because that time the element itself is not there. The designs are not there. So even Rama, Sita, nobody wore those things. If they found one precious stones, put it in the thing and they wore. That's all they have it. So even they have some pearls and all from the thing, they don't have the pearl beads like what we have. They don't have that kind of a necklace or anything. But still, we worship with all the jewelry because we like it. Because we like it, so we form the God in that way. So the power and limitations of the nature gods are nature gods possess a greater power, but that greater power is until the nature because sun has some power. Without sun, you cannot, when you get up also, you cannot, without sun, the life is gone, right? So it has that power. but it is a limited power. That's what it has, that much only. So the rewards that it can give is health, strength, because of course when the sun is up, then all the things, when the rain comes, then all the sprouts will come. All this is the wealth that it is giving, right? So nature gods has some powers, and which is useful for to run our day-to-day life. So faithfulness in worshipping or obedience is good to some extent, to at the belief level. Okay, but the law of thought, you should go to the higher consciousness. At one point, you need to go to the higher consciousness. In some lifetimes, you just worshipped and came. That's okay. But at one point, when you understand this kind of the knowledge, you need to self-inquiry. What is this? Where is this? Okay. Nature gods has a no intelligence, basically. It has some functions they are doing. Sun has no intelligence, but it has the power to rise. It has power to give you all the heat. So that heat, we are just using it for the all other things, and plants are coming and everything it is using. So these gods follows that intelligence only from the human consciousness, whatever it is. So nature gods are subordinates to the higher intelligence. That lower intelligence, it is less than that. That is what. But each gods has to be seen as a supreme being. But each god wants to be seen as a supreme being. So each god, everybody says that that's a supreme being. Forget about gods. Now even gurus will say, I am the god. So many gurus. Right? But the God, nobody is trying to tell you that God is there within you. Patrisa told us, you have that power, your breath is Guru, go inside. So when you close your eyes, that God is inside and you can worship that. That is the one. Human has to be belief that you have that strength, you have that stability. So when you have that ambition, when you have the desire, when you have anger, you are actually taking a revenge. When you have a lot of wish, then you are actually achieving it. When you have a lot of love, you are getting that whatever you want it. So that is, which means who has that power? You have that power. You and I have that power. Gods are reflections of human psychology. Whatever you wanted, that's the reflections only. But the highest intelligence, the light of intelligence is the highest. Because you cannot access that light of intelligence, you are going through God. But don't stuck there. Don't stuck there. You have that consciousness. Believe that God sometime, and then go question and go. Humans create all these sustainable gods. That's okay to protect your to protect yourself, or to have some kind of a emotional dependency. Those gods are human projection only. Your consciousness projection only. They are powerful, but they are limited. Okay, you can depend to a worship, but you have to question, inquire about it. Okay, so nature, gods and their climbs. There is a one topic in there, gods and their climbs. Light of intelligence and the worship, right? When the doer responds to the god, it is responding through nature, your thought only. I went to the god, it will be over. How you are actually believing? With your thought. With your thought only, right? So it helps to perform. If there is a form, it helps to perform the worship. You are remind, because as long as you are worshipping some god, you are unaware of your inner power. At one point, you have to stop that external worship and aware of your inner power. To control, you need to control your thinking, human thinking, right? Encourage. So initially you encourage belief over thinking. But at one point, come back to your thinking. Promote your feeling, your reasoning. What is the reason, right? But these priests and religious teaching started. So they started thinking, your logical thinking is inferior to belief. So blindly belief. They started telling all this praise, do this blindly belief, it will happen. Suppose if you are doing a namakam or a chamakam, then the good health will come. Yes, the good health will come. The reason is, when you are chanting that kind of a things, the rhythm of going up and down, you are actually creating such a kind of energy within you. You are clearing all your chakras by chanting that. So when you are clearing all the chakras, the life force is going inside you without any obstruction, so your health is good. That is how. So those mantras, I'm not saying again those mantras are bad or anything, but that's how they are working, you have to understand. How they are working. Thinking may lead to, you may think that, oh, if I'm thinking logically, I may take away from the God, I may lose the spirituality. No, the religion is encouraging. That is what religion is saying. If you think logically, then your God will not help you. God will not save you. No, God is not a psychiatrist, or it's not a, what do you say? Is not someone who want to punish if you are thinking. That's what I can say.
Psychic,
Okay. He's not psychic. Some word I'm
Psycho.
not remembering.
Psycho.
Psycho. He's not a psycho, basically, right? So when the doer is thinking that what is from where it is coming, God will help you. If this is a real God, that light of intelligence will help you. True thinking leads to the religion. Beyond religion, go beyond the religions, go beyond your senses. Okay. Doer is very close to the nature, strongly influenced by all these senses. So he's cling to the worship, he's cling to the religion. Because there is a fear within you that if I stop it, what will happen? If I stop worshipping, what will happen? So there is a fear, right? So that fear, you come out of it. Intelligence grows when you question. When you question the word about the God, right or wrong, what is the reality versus what is the illusion? Why all these senses are coming from? Why these feelings are coming from? The senses, through senses, are affecting our emotions. Feelings feelings which come from the heart is affecting, right? But the triune self, once you understand, once you go to that knower, it's a direct knowing. Once you put into that, it's a direct knowing. Once you are doing a lot of meditation is helping you to go inner, right? That is what meditation. When you are going, you can touch that light of intelligence, or you can touch that higher intelligence. So you will be able to understand, clear understanding. You will be able to understand truth beyond these emotions. Okay. So beyond this nature, you will be able to go to the triune self, direct illuminating path. You will be able to see that. So you will be able to see that the religion, gods and forms, what is that? What is the difference between them and this triune self and the true intelligence? The moment you understand, you will internally recognize, you will internally do that. All the doers' doubts, denial, disbelief will be gone. Okay, you will be seeing with your thinking whenever you go, you will break all these things. Okay, so you people, whenever they listen, so they may see that, oh, this lady is saying, Prasanna, no gods. I'm not saying that. Gods are required. The belief is required to a certain extent. If it is not there, then world will be chaos. That's what I mentioned. So it is required. But you need to question at one point. You need to question and go beyond that religion, also beyond your senses also. Disbelief is also not incorrect. You need to believe, then go beyond it. Okay. So you have to go beyond and understand the high reality. Then in our scriptures only, it was Tattvamasi and Aham Brahmasmi. From where Aham Brahmasmi came? How can I say that everybody is a Brahman? Just think of like I told you. So when before I born, where I am? I'm in those kanas of my parents. Before they born, where it is? Back. Before they born, back. Before they born, back. So where are they? If you go back, Adi Manava. Before even Adi Manava comes, it is there in somewhere in the animals. Before it comes, it there is in somewhere in the water. Fishes are in. Before that, they are in some plants. Before that, they are in the shunya. That energy. So you all came from that energy. So when everybody came from that energy, are we not? So you are a different caste. You are not our girl. Can we say that? Because all these things came from that pure consciousness only. After learning that, because that's what, after learning that, then you are that Brahman. If you say there's a pure consciousness, the name was given as a Brahman, you are that Brahman. You came from that same consciousness. You are from that, so you feel like a lot of gratitude than worship. Oh, God created these many things. God created, so from there, from nothing to these many vegetables, wow, these many fruits to give. So you started appreciating everything. That level of understanding has increased. From your personal God to everything is the thing. All this was created by that supreme consciousness. But the knower, who is that supreme consciousness knower? Right? In some example, in one of the class, they say, when there is a Nokia phone, or like maybe Nokia is a old example, Samsung phone, will you take that Samsung phone to the iPhone engineer and ask him to fix it? No. From iPhone to Samsung, no. You will go to the appropriate engineer. Similarly, who created this? God created. God is where? Within you. So who he created? That is the reason why you are able to Mendel, why you are able to see our intelligence is such a way that in Dubai that they even fill the sea, part of the sea, and they build a city. Isn't it? What is that? Not Burj Khalifa, not Burj Khalifa. There's a one more thing, right? In the sea. I think even I know that. When it started building, right? When they're putting all the sand and all, I saw those videos. It started around 99, 2000, I guess. That's how it started. So we are able to Mendel, or we are able to do this. Even nature also we are changing, means you are that supreme. The thought came only for us, right? So you are that supreme intelligence. You are able to do that because that is the higher power that everybody is having. Human ignorance is the one that it is searching the God outside. Huh?
We are almost at the time.
Yeah. Almost. Yeah, we are just trying to close this topic. Okay. Every human intelligence is the one that we are actually, because that triune self that you have is the one you are. Otherwise, don't search the God outside. The God is inside. The doer has his own intelligence. Okay. That intelligence, instead of going there, you are actually fueling to the religion. Religion is a necessary stage to some extent, but move out of that. Move out of that belief. Don't go to the belief to blind belief. At the same time, don't go belief to disbelief. You should have belief. Then, but move from belief to inquiry. Who am I? From there to realization. When you are realizing, you will understand that the supreme power. Can you show that one picture? I will conclude with that picture. Just explain whatever the concepts I explained. First picture.
One second, Prasanna, I did not transfer, I think, to my system.
Okay, that's okay. You can just send it them in the WhatsApp.
Yes.
Because there's a one picture. The true triune self is in the top. The doer is the next. The doer is actually going in the senses, thinking and feeling. Okay. From there, the nature gods came. From them, the nature gods came. Then they have chosen the path of worshipping. So one side, the religion came. Religion, symbols, religions came, priests, their dogma, all the things came. And also human experiences started, fear, desire, seeking comfort, they came. Because of that, all these religions and all came. Then from there, you need to choose the path of the nature. You need to, path of the nature is worship and all those things. But path of the light is start inquiring. Start inquiring who you are. And then from there, you will go into the liberated part. So that is where actually the Parsival is taking us. Okay. That's how we need to think. Aham Brahmasmi state, everybody will say, but Aham Brahmasmi, how will become? See, Parsival is taking us. How we came from nothing to now. From back, if you go, you'll go to that nothingness. This is where Aham Brahmasmi. Hope this class makes you a bit of clear how the consciousness starts and how this thing. Okay. Now time for questions.
Thank you, Prasanna garu. It was really a good session. And how about going from, like, you should not either be in disbelief or you should not either be in, like, you should step out of the belief system and start inquiring. That's a takeaway
Yes.
from me. So let's see. Friends, if you have any questions, you can either raise your hands or unmute yourself or put it into the chat, whichever you feel comfortable.
Yeah, thank you, Prasanna. Very good session.
Mhm.
Yeah, So, yeah, to receive or to get that the belief or the tool to or encouragement, something. So you are saying, or we should still do whatever it takes. So the thought will be strengthened with your positive belief system.
Yes.
Yeah, that we should not leave. That is a good point to take today from
Mm-hmm.
today's session, because yeah, otherwise it will become chaos. We have
Mm.
to have some kind of because it's been there for a long time, and not easy to let go. And from there, like the training wheels when you ride the cycle,
Yes.
the temple is like
No,
a
it was the
tricycle.
figure the figure
Yeah,
I will send it beautifully. The AI has given when I give the concepts, right? The beautifully one side the all mountains and all wisdom and freedom. One side the temple statues and all these things. So at one point, whether you go comfort yourself and depend on God, or other side go into the self inquiry and liberate the mountains, all that, right? So which path you take, that's where at one point you need to go that point,
yeah.
right?
Until you come
So
this
at the
side.
same time, when you go to the degree, when you are growing up, you cannot depend on your training wheels. Only at the age of 5 to 7, you will depend on training wheels. Remember,
Right, right. But we are not letting it go. Yeah, we need
we
to.
have to. That's what.
We have
That's
to.
where
Yes,
we are
yes.
in. That's where we are in, right? So definitely, one thing I can say: this thinking and destiny is not a wisdom that everybody will get it. Only when you are ready, the wisdom you came to you. So let us try to use that kind of wisdom. So because even I see so many changes after started the second, because first time it's all struggle. First time when I'm teaching, it's all struggle to understand, struggle to do that's kind of thing. Even though the people said like, oh, you did well, but it came out of the struggle. Now it is coming out of understanding, out of experience. So there is a lot of difference. Not only this, I also started explaining that Sripada Srivallabha Charitamritam, somebody, I don't know whether, because that's the first avataram of Dattatreya in this Kali Yuga. When I read the stories, those stories seems to be like the puli comes, that kind of story. But what is that inner meaning? After trying to understand all these things, I'm able to do that. I'm giving like 10-15 minutes videos on that. I think PMC USA is releasing those things. PMC USA is releasing in English videos. I'll give you those links, 1 or 2 links, so that you can follow, Lavanya. So because how actually I'm seeing every incident, right? How I'm seeing the perspective that I'm seeing after I started the second time is changed a lot.
Yeah.
Because even though we know once, it's not that we know because we tend to easily forget these things. We have to have that satsang every week, every day, then only we remember the things.
Yeah. If you do it every day, someday it will
Yeah.
be like a,
That's why
yeah.
every day I'm doing, even though I said only thinking on destiny I will take, but I took that book because of intuitive things, and gurus also instructed to read that book again. Then I got intuition like, no, I need to explain the inner meaning. So I also take up that book. I'm doing 15 minutes, 3 days a week, Monday,
Mm.
Tuesday, Wednesday. So those are coming up. Those who are having free the US, they can just join like 10 to 11 in the morning.
Yeah. Thank you, Prasanna. Beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you, Rajni ma'am. Anyone else, friends?
Somebody unmuted. I'm not sure
Yeah.
they want to
Thank
talk.
you. Thank you, Prasanna Garu. Thank you very much. It's a lovely session as usual. Just one question I always feel is what is the difference between faith and belief? You know, is it the same meaning?
It's more or less the same meaning. Faith and
Sometimes
belief.
in the faith is sometimes we think, without any doubt, we just strongly believe in it. Like that's it's going to happen because I put so much faith in it. Belief is something like, because my mom did that or my dad did that, my grandparents, I'm going to believe that's good. Is it, because when you've said in that question that you got to question before you believe or before you follow, that blindly whatever it's going to happen. So I'm just wondering, would there be any difference between belief and a faith at all?
No, according to the example that you have given, because somebody did it, you are doing it. Okay, that's a belief. But in that belief also, you have some faith. Otherwise, you don't do that. You don't do that, right? Suppose, let us take my parents have given that life sacrifice of goat and all, believing that they will, it'll do good for them. Okay, they believed it and they did it. Will you do that? I didn't do that. They did. They said, oh, because of you only, I just put that mukku. You need to go and give the sacrifice. No, I didn't do that because I don't have faith in it. Okay, just because I didn't believe in it or I don't have faith in it, both are same there, right?
Yeah.
You do it because it's at one point you don't have, because that again, that comfort, right? Suppose I don't, all the doors closed. I don't have self-confidence on me, then I may go and do it. But I have a confidence on me that this taking away the other's life is a wrong. This will not give me anything. I have a strong belief. Again, that is also, I have a strong belief nothing will happen. Then nothing will. The thing is here, the thought matters. Okay. Again, boiling back, thought is the one that what thought you kept it. If you do that and my thing is done, that's a thought.
Okay.
If you do that, my thing may or may not done. Again, that's a doubtful thought. So your thought only matters, not the thing that you're doing. Okay?
Yeah. Thanks. Thank you. Another question, sorry, Prasanna. Why did you link this book, Thinking and Destiny, to Dattatreya Swami Charitra? I'm just out of curiosity. It is because you understood more?
No. I understood more, and I got that, means understood more in the sense I got an intuition, like just to read that book again now with all this knowledge.
Okay. That is one book. And I'm not able to go and do it for some reason. When you told it, it's got connected. So I've always wanted to read that, but something is putting me off to go and read that. So I'm out of curiosity.
I did one of the retreat also recently, meditation retreat. There also that guru, she told me like, oh, you need to read this book again now.
Okay.
So somehow like 2-3 places when I got that, I started. But when I'm reading that, altogether different intuitions, different thought processes going on. So I thought, why not I just tell those things to the others, right? That's how I started doing the videos. My videos will not be so fancy or anything like this only. I'll just talk, but I'm just recording it.
Yeah, okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Madhavi ma'am. And I see Chandana, Vara sir, they're expressing gratitude, Prasanna.
Thank you.
Any other questions, friends? I think that's all for today, Prasanna. Yeah, the questions. Yeah.
Thank you. See you all next week.
Yes. Thank you, Prasanna. Okay. Thank you for the wonderful session as usual. Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.